And we are live. Welcome to the process. It is Tuesday, March 7th. I am Josh Engleman here to break down an 8-game NBA slate coming off of yesterday's 6-gamer. Nothing interesting for me off of yesterday. I did have enough Dame. I didn't have enough. I had too much Marvin Bagley, which did not help at all. Thanks to Marvin Bagley for that one. But we're on to the next. Excited to talk some basketball, folks. 3-2 on Prize Picks last night, so another 60% night there. Dangerously close to, 3-5 or 3-2 is probably the right outcome. Could have just as easily been 2-3. Could have just as easily been 4-1. So, Jay, good work. Good work. 2-2 on No House Advantage last night as well. So, just completely average day in the NBA, but we're back for it today. I won't have any updates or anything tonight. My flight is at 6 p.m. There's obviously no way that I'm going to be able to put anything out in that final hour. So it won't be playing tonight, unfortunately. Yes, 8-game. It is 8-game. Won't be able to play anything tonight. I'll have Prize Picks out, with my video, and No House Advantage out with my video. Maybe something in the early afternoon, but I doubt it. The more likely scenario is that we're just... we're back tomorrow. That's the best I can hope for. Haven't really paid much attention to what this slate is going to look like, so that'll be a fun breakdown. I see a couple teams that are on back-to-backs, but that's fine. Hope everybody had some success. Cool. Already crashed Excel. That took no time whatsoever. Better now, I guess, than later. I think I've just made the workbook too big, and I need to start deleting some things out that I know that I don't use. Because I think it's just getting a little too complex on the back end. Well, I don't have anything else to randomly talk about. So I think we're just going to get into this. I think that's the easiest way to do it. So coffee time. Give it a little swirl here. Mix it up a little bit. It's been sitting. I'm excited for it. Thirsty for it. Coffee's here, folks. Coffee is here. Cheers to you guys. Thank you for being here. I appreciate you all. Hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live. Make sure you're following me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. And then if you're interested, we'll talk about it in a little bit. Our NBA lineup generator is 50% off. It's a fantastic tool if you're playing minimal amounts of lineups, anything up to 20. It's not going to be your 150 max type tool. Less than $5 for your first week. Link in the description. Cheers, folks. Rise and grind. Don't forget it. Oh, that's much better than yesterday. What kind of coffee today? One of the 2 boxes I got from my buddy at La Colombe. I could tell you if I actually looked it up. I'll have a much better idea. I just need something to prompt me because I don't. don't know their coffees off the top of my head. Is it that one? No. I have... It's actually not on their Amazon page. Huh. All right, La Colombe. Let's find out. What am I drinking this morning? It's not Tim Hortons. Let's see. Shop. I think it's a medium roast, if I remember correctly. Nobody's going to care about this, but... all right, this is what I'm drinking today. Frogtown roast. That's what we've got going on today. Marzipan, cacao, and hazelnut flavors. Shouts to La Colombe. All right, let's get into it, folks. It's about that time. I got to wake up. I need to get more coffee in me. I can feel myself being blah. So, still don't have what I need. So, we're going to be looking at it like this. A little bit better. Kicking it off. Washington Wizards, 6-point favorites in Detroit. So we're doing the Detroit thing again. Fantastic. Wizards 6-point favorites here. Man, the Pistons are so bad. All right, Q tag on Kyle Kuzma. Q tag on Monty Morris. Kind of makes it difficult to evaluate here. I guess we need to put Monty Morris back in. Morris has missed the past 5 games. Kuzma missed on Sunday. So we got to get everybody back in. I'm going to say we get, 27 minutes out of Monty Morris. And then another 21 out of DeLon Wright. We get 35 out of Beal. We get 36 out of Kuzma. We get 34 out of Porzingis. And then we get 24 out of Gafford. And he comes back in, probably plays something like 26. We definitely need Kispert to get 20. That leaves me 17 for some combination of Kendrick Nunn, Jordan Goodwin. 13 for Nunn is pretty easy there. And then I'll just give 4 spillover minutes to Taj. We definitely need to reproject rates. So we have Kuzma out in our most recent projections. I mean, I guess in theory he could need rehab, but I haven't even seen the story, so that's it's all news to me. All right, so in games where Bradley Beal, Kristaps Porzingis, and Kyle Kuzma all start, what do we got? Come on, rates. It gives me a chance to take another sip of coffee. Need it desperately. All right, here we go. Bradley Beal. Usage rate when the big three all start. They've actually started 30 games together. That's not bad. Beal's at 27 and change usage rate. Daniel Gafford is at about 15. Denny Avdia around 15 and a half. Porzingis 25-8. Kuzma is at 27. And then Monty Morris is at 14. It makes it pretty easy to project out the Washington Wizards. Just want to check assist rates quickly. Beal stays the same. I don't care about Kuzma or Porzingis there. Monty Morris stays the same. Rebounding for Porzingis, for Gafford, and for Kuzma will be important. Kuzma's fine. Porzingis is fine. Gafford is way lower. Got it. Morning, Phillip. All right, Washington in the books. Now we go to Detroit. Not a lot that we're going to be able to do here. Pistons on the back-to-back. Q tag on Killian Hayes. We don't know the status of Bojan, Stewart, Duran. Diallo got hurt yesterday. It's basically impossible to project this team right now. So we kind of have to project it the way that we thought we would yesterday. So let's go ahead and get Killian Hayes in for 28. We get Jaden Ivey in for 30. We get Bojan in for 33. I'm going to say we get... Oh, man, I don't even know what to do with Beef Stew or Duran. Like, Stewart's been out for 4 games. Duran's been out for 5. I guess I'm going to go the same strategy that I went yesterday. We'll go 28 to Wiseman. We'll go 28 to Bagley. We get Burks in for backup point guard run. We get Corey Joseph in for some random run. I assume we get like 24 minutes out of Livers. I'm going to say 16 out of Magruder, 15 out of Hampton. I'm missing somebody yet, right? Burks good. Bojan good. No, maybe I'm not. It's just a game that we can't really talk about. That's the best that I can do right now. And I'm just going to assume that Diallo is out. No idea. No idea whatsoever. Let's get rates here because we need to take off Cade Cunningham and Sadiq Bey. This coffee's hitting the spot today. All right. So when Cade and Bey are both off, Killian Hayes has a... That's rebounds. That's not helping me at all. Killian Hayes, 21% usage rate. All right. What does Bojan have? Almost 27. That's good. Jaden Ivey's got to have a decent usage rate too. There we go. 24.5. James Wiseman, 171 minutes, little over a 20% usage rate. And then Bagley, 440 minutes, 21% usage rate. We're going to have to just assume that that's right. Yeah, Ken, you're absolutely right. So for Detroit, look, Bagley's going to look good if he's in at 5,500. Basically, anybody that starts for the Pistons will look good, and they could look even better. Because I think Bojan's fine, Jaden Ivey's fine, Wiseman's fine, Hayes, if he starts, is fine. If you get Burks starting again today, you know, he's one of the better plays you'll get to. Not much else that we can say right now, though, for the Pistons. On the Wizards side, I like Kyle Kuzma the most at 7,800 if he plays. If he doesn't, we probably unlock like a little bit more of Denny. It's a really difficult game to want to talk about right now, though. Milwaukee and Orlando will be a little bit easier. And I'm guessing we basically don't look at it at all. For the Bucks, Drew is questionable. Neck soreness. Giannis in, Middleton in. No Wes Matthews, no Goran Dragic. So we got to get Chris Middleton back in. He did not play on Sunday. Double back-to-backs for Milwaukee. So we had Chris Middleton miss 2 of those games. So we need to cut some minutes here. Grayson Allen, probably down to 27. Connaughton stays at 22. Javon Carter, kind of just a backup now. Ingles down to 20. That only leaves me 22 minutes for Middleton. That's not going to work. I got to get Middleton up to 26. I need to cut 4 minutes from somewhere. Crowder played 12 the last time and 15 the last 2 times that Middleton played. So I think we're going to cut down Crowder to 18, Ingles to 18. Now I got to grab rates. This is going to be a long show for some reason. I feel like I'm moving at a snail's pace. Do I sound like I'm moving slow? Do I got to wake up? Give myself a couple smacks around here? Let's look at Milwaukee. In games where Drew Holiday plays, Chris Middleton plays, and Giannis plays. Boom. They've probably played a lot of games together at this point now. Yeah. They are 15-3 in games where all 3 of those guys play. That's kind of wild to think about. All right, Drew is around 24% usage. Giannis, I will work our way down in my list. Bobby Portis, 22% usage. Brook Lopez is at around 17. Boy, Giannis is at 39.5. Grayson Allen is at 13.5. And then finally, Middleton so far, 380 minutes, 27% usage rate. I do need some smelling salts. Give me those Juju Mufus from Rogan. I should really order those. Lofty and I would probably have a really good time just smelling those and going nuts. All right. I think we're good here on Milwaukee. Let's go to Orlando, another team that I'm imagining they had somebody out, right? Yeah, Gary Harris didn't play their last game. So for Orlando, Gary Harris questionable, Wendell Carter Jr. questionable. I forgot he missed too. I forgot he was a late scratch. So we got to put everybody back in for Orlando. It's actually a pretty easy team to project. And I don't even think we moved rates around before. So this will be a bit more simple than we would expect. Fultz in for 32 minutes. Gary Harris comes right back in for 26. We get Franz in for 33. We get Paolo in for 33. And then we get Wendell Carter Jr. in for 30. Mo Wagner, straight back up. We get Cole Anthony in for 25 minutes. We get Jalen Suggs in for 25 minutes. And then Bull gets 15. And we have like 3 random spillover minutes for somebody. Admiral Schofield, apparently. Never been to a Tim Hortons, to my knowledge. Maybe I had it when I went to Canada. I have a very minimal experience in Canada. I've only ever been there for like 2 or 3 days. I went, let's see, how old was I? 19? Was that 2004? No, that couldn't have been right. Was I 20? Maybe I was 20. 19 or 20. Went to Niagara. Maybe I did change these rates because I don't have a usage rate on Wendell Carter, but I'm guessing that doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm just going to leave this. All right, so Orlando. Cole Anthony. Decent. There's a lot of them in Michigan. I had no idea. I didn't even know they came to America. I didn't think we allowed them in. Cole Anthony looks interesting. Fultz. Wagner. There's no like true priorities. Cole Anthony is probably the closest thing, but you just need him to play every minute that you're talking about here. And then for Milwaukee, nobody. I don't see it for Giannis. even though I have him at 1.75 fantasy points per minute. The just lack of minutes are a problem. So we're mostly ignoring Milwaukee and Orlando as well. So 2 games in, and while the Detroit side will look interesting, we just don't know what it is yet. So now we're going to back-to-back Philly in Minnesota. No idea what we can do with Philly here. They missed Tobias Harris and PJ Tucker yesterday. So there's that. There we go. So, oh man, this is just... I just feel like my microphone's in the weird spot. Alrighty. I don't know what to do here for Philly. I mean, we got to put Tobias Harris back in, and then we need to put PJ Tucker back in with all these Q tags. Rough morning for trying to do this show. So let's get Tyrese Maxey in for 34 minutes. We get Shake Milton in for, I don't know, 8. And then Harden gets those 6 plus another 32. We get Embiid in for 36. Other minutes go to Paul Reed. We get PJ Tucker in for 26. We get George Niang in for 16. We need to get Tobias Harris in for 33. Melton gets 27. And that leaves me 10 for Jalen McDaniels. That's not totally what we would want, but so we'll go 13 to McDaniels, 13 to Niang. Best we can do. And we're in. Don't really need to change any rates here, but I do need to double check the Tobias Harris usage rate. So we're going to say Harden, Embiid, and Harris starting. And we're going to say at least 2 of Tucker, Melton, Maxey starting. So that gives me basically all of the combinations of starting lineups. Oh, wow, SMP. I didn't realize that Shake Milton played 30 minutes yesterday. That is not what I would have expected. All right, usage rates. I can be quick here. Melton, 14.5, 15 works. Harden at 25.5, yes. Embiid at 37.5, yes. Tyrese Maxey at 23.5, yes. Tobias Harris, 16. Boom, we're in. That's Philly. Again, we don't know the status. We will go to Minnesota. Minnesota, no Towns still. Rivers available. No Jalen Noel. Wendell Moore active. Not that that matters in any way. So this should actually be pretty easy. 31 for Gobert. 17 for Naz Reid. Princeton for 21 might be too high. We'll take 1 away. Give it slow-mo. 31 for Conley. Good. 31 for Jaden McDaniels. Too low. We'll go to 32. Looks like we need to go 37 to Anthony Edwards. Keel Alexander Walker can get up to 19, and we're done. Yeah, when I saw that total on the Philly game last night, I was like, how many overtimes did they go to? And it was like, oh, none. Just the old regular season, no defense whatsoever game. All right, for Minnesota. If you're taking anything from Minnesota, it's Anthony Edwards and it's Jaden McDaniels. Rudy Gobert up to 7,500 now. The days of him being in that low 6 range over. So it's Edwards and McDaniels, and even then, nothing interesting. For Philly, I like Maxey the most at 5,800. Embiid looks fine at 11.5. You can get to Harden at 10.2. You can get to Harris and Melton, but if you're getting to anybody, it's probably Maxey. But again, like we're 3 games in, we have not talked about anything awesome. Charlotte in New York, 232 total. I'm going to go out on a limb and say something from the Knicks looks good today. Now, as we look at the Hornets, no Cody Martin. Obviously, no LaMelo Ball now. PJ Washington back. I actually don't really have anything here that I want to change. I got Kelly Oubre in for 37 minutes. Might actually be too high. I do want to double check rates because Terry Rozier has been killing me, and I want to make sure that I have him in correctly. Luckily, Charlotte probably won't look all that good. So we need to say LaMelo Ball off. And that's really the only off we need. And then Oubre, Rozier, Hayward, and PJ Washington. And we want to say at least 3 of those guys on the floor. That's a big enough sample. That's 19.5% usage for PJ Washington. Oubre is at 22 and change. Terry Rozier is at 27.5. Yeah, there's nothing I can change here. I thought I had it in right, but that's Charlotte. Hopefully they don't look good against the Knicks. Unfortunately for us, I think the Knicks will look good. And we got a Q tag on Jalen Brunson. So we got to reproject this team to begin with. Assuming Brunson is in. Brunson gets his 36 minutes. And then Mitchell Robinson gets his 31, 17 to Hartenstein. We get Randall in for 37. That gets us Obi Toppin for 11. RJ Barrett played the bigger minutes there, but you don't expect that with Brunson back. So we're going to give RJ Barrett 29. 29 minutes for RJ Barrett. You get Josh Hart in for 29 as well. Quickly gets the backup minutes at the 2. That gets him to 12. If I give Quentin Grimes his standard issue 24, that gets me quickly to 26. I don't mind that at all. Rates all stay the same. No, don't, do they? Now I got to grab everything here. No choice. Knicks rates. So we're going to say started. That's going to be Julius Randle, Jalen Brunson. That's really all that matters to me there. And then started, I guess, Barrett as well. And then we get Quickly, Grimes. What am I missing? Quickly, Grimes, Josh Hart, no. Perfect. Yeah, it's possible that Brunson sits here. Just nothing else that we can do. Let's see. Quickly on the year. 19.5% usage rate. Is that legit? Huh. Yeah, so that's just going to have to be legit. All right, so Quickly is at 19.5. We'll make that 20. Brunson is at 27.5. Josh Hart, 14.5. Randall is at 29, basically. Robinson doesn't participate offensively. And RJ Barrett is a pain in my ass. That's your Knicks. I have a suspicion we're going to like this. So, yeah, there it is. All right, so $4,900 Mitchell Robinson might be the most interesting piece here. Randall, Brunson, if he's in, Hart, and Barrett all look good. But if we lose Brunson, we're just jamming Knicks. You're jamming quickly. You're jamming RJ Barrett because you're going to give quickly. Look at how good these guys look at the minutes they have. Like, we like Randall now. He gets a couple extra shots. So he's going to look good. But if we ditch Brunson, Josh Hart, you're probably projecting for a couple extra minutes. He looks really good. RJ Barrett goes from 29 minutes to probably 35, 36. He becomes close to a lock. Quickly goes to 34 minutes, becomes close to a lock. You're basically putting RJ Barrett and Quickly into just about everything if we lose Jalen Brunson today. So be ready there. Bushy McBush. The Magic are good. And they're going to be way better next year. Probably S&P. They rarely make subs. You got to load up on the Knicks. The Knicks are very clearly the best thing that we looked at, and it's not close. Now, being a Wizards fan's way worse than being a Magic fan. The Magic are pretty high on the list of teams you would want to be if you just had to draft them right now. I don't think Barrett's all that scary if you know that Brunson's out. Because, he's not really in any danger at that point to lose minutes. They're just not going to play anybody else. Brunson didn't play. All they did is just give Miles McBride 8 minutes. They just don't care. All right, let's go to Brooklyn now, who could look good, I guess. Another day where Mikal Bridges just shoots and shoots and shoots. No Ben Simmons. Nerlens Noel available here. Edmund Sumner as well. I think we're going to see Nerlens Noel play. I need to get him added here. I think I deleted him yesterday. So I did. That's good. If he plays or not, who knows? He should, that's for sure. So for Brooklyn, we don't really have any changes that we can make here. I am going to clean everything up a bit. Otherwise, this should be pretty easy. So we got Claxton in for 29. That feels good. I am going to give Nerlens Noel a little bit of playing time. So let's get him a rotation. And then we got Dorian Finney-Smith in for 30. That's fine. Cam Johnson in for 29. That's fine. Should probably be the other way around. But I think that'll be okay. 25 for Royce O'Neal is just a crapshoot. 35 for Bridges. Sure. 34 for Dinwiddie. Sure. So then we need Seth Curry, backup point guard. Joe Harris, backup something. Cam Thomas is now not playing nearly as much as you would expect. And then we'll get Watanabe out there for a couple minutes. Weird team. Very weird team. But they could look good against Houston because Houston's awful. By the way, hit that like button, folks. 132 people in the house for today. I don't know what the like total is now, but it should be up over 70, and I don't think that it is. No Charlotte? Yeah, I don't think there's going to be much to look at for Charlotte. Oubre and Rozier are fine. Mark Williams is fine. It's a terrible matchup against the Knicks from a fantasy perspective. Prices are starting to come up on these guys. If you're playing anyone, it's probably Oubre. Just more flexibility, better price. Today will probably be the day that Rozier goes off because I've had big stands on him the past 2 nights. Past 2 times they've been out there. And I won't be playing the slate. So if you want anybody, get Terry Rozier. Thanks for the reminder, though. I didn't realize that I didn't look at them. I just knew how unappealing they would be. All right, for Houston, everybody's available. So we were kind of going to get to know what this rotation is. Daishin Nix isn't in it any longer. KPJ in for 30. Jalen Green in for 30. I think that's all fine. 28 for Şengün. Close enough. Garuba, backup center. Random Boban minutes. I could probably get more minutes to Tari Eason. Jabari Smith in for 30. Jayshawn Tate can get 2 more minutes. Josh Christopher can get a couple more minutes. Let's get Tari Eason up to 27. And then that leaves me 6 more for Ty Washington. Bang, done. Easy stuff. Easy stuff here for Houston. No rate changes, that's for sure. So as we look at Houston, $4,800 Tari Eason, pretty easily the best play you're going to get to from Houston. One of the better plays we've seen so far. Just assuming he's going to continue to get that sort of run. And he's played, I got him in for 27 minutes. He's played more than that in 4 of his last 5. And in the 5th game there, he played 25. So it's not like a heartbreaker. Jabari Smith, Jalen Green, both fine. Don't really want Kmart. KPJ, too expensive. Alperen Şengün, probably a bit too expensive for this slate. But it's Tari Eason season here today. That's for sure. And then on Brooklyn, $3,500 Royce O'Neal. If you need value, you're not going to feel good about that one, though, at all. In fact, I'm going to take a minute away from him so it doesn't show up. Get him down to 24. Claxton at 6,500, probably your best option. You're just casting a wide net with Brooklyn. Bridges, Dinwiddie, DFS, Cam, Clax, Royce O'Neal. No priorities, just average plays. Tari Eason, by far the best option there. Golden State OKC, 241 total. Warriors are 4.5-point favorites. Guessing we see something good here. I know I'm going to have to reproject this team with Steph back because I didn't play whatever day that Steph was back. Or they played the day game, actually. So I think we're going to go ahead and get Steph in for 34. I mean, he played 32 in his return. I assume he's just back to playing starter minutes. So that'll be Steph. Obviously, we still have no, maybe not obviously, but we still have no Andrew Wiggins. Draymond is probable. Iguodala probable. He did come back as well. So for Golden State, I guess we get DiVincenzo out there for 30 minutes. I mean, 31. We get Clay out there for 33. We get Draymond out there for 30. You get Looney 23, 24. We'll go 24. The bucket, Anthony Lamb. I get Jordan Poole out there for, 29 minutes? I guess Iggy's going to need like 14. Michael Green is probably out of the rotation. I think we get Kuminga out there for like 20. We're going to need Anthony Lamb. I mean, Ty Jerome didn't play on Sunday. I assume Ty Jerome's done and that we're going to continue to get Anthony Lamb playing. I mean, and he's been playing big minutes, played big minutes again. Even if we just want to say that he's playing 20, gives me 5 random minutes that I will throw onto Ty Jerome. Yeah, Houston really struck gold there with Tari Eason. I mean, like having him as like a cost-controlled guy for a couple of years will be really big. Ooh, I gotta get rates back in here. Obviously, with Steph here, the entire team changes. So for Golden State, we're gonna say Andrew Wiggins off, and then we're gonna say Steph, Clay, and Poole. And we're gonna say at least 2 of those guys on the floor. That should be enough of a sample. Dante DiVincenzo, 588 minutes, 12.5% usage rate. He just does not get to play now from a shooting perspective with Steph back. Draymond is at basically 13. Poole is at 27.5. Von Looney usage rate is at 11.5. Clay is at 27.5. And then Steph is at 29.8. Assist rates will also be kind of interesting here. I guess Draymond's probably won't move all that much. Actually does come down quite a bit. Poole is fine. Steph is fine. Rebounding rates. Steph gets crazy amounts of rebounds. It's kind of wild. You would not expect Steph to be a good rebounder, but he is. All right, so that's going to be Golden State. Let's look at OKC. Hopefully this is easy. I hate Oklahoma City, so from a projection standpoint, that is. Q tag on Jalen Williams, the wing, no Poku. So we are projecting this team like normal. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, supposed to be limited, goes out and plays 37 minutes. I had a bunch of him too, and then cut his minutes. So annoying. So we're going to take him up to 34 at a minimum. After that, we got Giddey in at 31. We got Dort in at 31. We got Jalen Williams in at 32. We got Jalen Williams with a Y in for 25. We'll go down to 24. JRE hasn't played the past 2 games. They're now playing Olivier Sarr. Everything here is just incredibly annoying. We're going to bump up Ousmane Dieng to 12 minutes. Guess I should find Sarr and put him in, so add a row. Olivier Sarr. And we'll give him 9 minutes. Save this sheet. What does it look like? OKC. Jalen Williams to the center. If you think he can play 24 minutes today. And, up in the air. 3,600. Nice value. Nice value. Otherwise, I don't think we're going to OKC. I don't mind Shai. You're never going to feel bad getting him. He's not going to look like the best pay-up option, though. On the Warriors, you're probably not playing anybody. If you're playing, I'd rather play Shai than Steph. I don't think there's a single priority for Golden State. When Steph is there, that team just doesn't look good, and that's what it looks like today. All right, we're up to 153 people in the house. Good to have everybody here. I'm crushing this coffee, by the way. I can feel it lifting me out of my chair. I know Red Bull's got wings, but this has something. Some sort of levitational properties. The Utah Jazz are 6.5-point dogs in Dallas, 234 total. I assume Luka will look like my number 1 pay-up option. I might have to play a single lineup so I have something to sweat, but with my flight boarding at 6, I land at lock, and I assume it's a flight that does not have Wi-Fi, so I might be just flying blind. I really can't do that. Maybe I'll just have to jam in a lot of prize picks and no house advantage stuff. All right, Utah. No Colin Sexton. Lauri Markkanen back. So we got to delete everything here. And should be a pretty easy lineup. We're going to get Talen Horton-Tucker starting. Why did he play less this most recent game? So Sunday the 5th, they lost by 10. Talen Horton-Tucker started, played the stagger rotation, didn't close. They closed the second quarter with Chris Dunn. Same scenario, stagger, close with Chris Dunn. And they did play a little bit alongside of each other this time too. Now, we're getting somebody back, so I think that changes things. I'm going to go 28 minutes to THT. We're going to go 22 to Chris Dunn. We're going to get Walker Kessler in for 30 minutes. We're going to get Damian Jones in for 14. And then that's Kelly Olynyk for 30. We get Juan Toscano Anderson playing like 8. I'm going to assume that he is gone now with Markkanen back. We'll see. So let's get Rudy Gay in for 14. I'm going to sneeze. Think. Whew. That was a sneeze. We're going to get Markkanen in for his 34. Who am I missing here? Oh, Akbaji is going to need... He's going to play like a starter, right? Or no, Clarkson's available. Yeah, Clarkson's here. So we got to get Clarkson his 34 minutes. Yeah, that's going to have to work. Now we get Akbaji in for... It's going to be THT, Clarkson, Markkanen, Olynyk, Kessler. So Akbaji off the bench. Say he plays 24. Leaves me 10 for Fontecchio. Not a bad team to project right there. Do need rates. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought I froze the entire sheet. No, but I did type a symbol somehow. That would have been fun. Thank you, Larry. Thank you. So let's grab rates for Utah. And that's going to be Mike Conley off. Colin Sexton off. And I think I have to say Beasley off as well. That's not going to be the biggest sample in the world, but it is the guys I need it to be. Let's also say that Clarkson played in the game and Markkanen played in the game. I think that's going to be at least mildly helpful. There we go. So 229 minutes for Talen Horton-Tucker. Let's work our way down from the top, though. Clarkson in 200 minutes, 30% usage rate. Kelly Olynyk in 138 minutes is at 15%. Don't want to go that low. Chris Dunn has played 40 minutes. He can just get whatever usage shows up. Lauri Markkanen is at 28.8. THT, as I said, is at 22. So he's just himself. And then Walker Kessler is at like 10. So I'm going to let Chris Dunn just handle itself. THT, bit of a assist rate bump. No surprise there. Clarkson also sees a pretty massive assist rate bump. Markkanen surely doesn't. He doesn't participate in that way. Rebounding, I'm guessing, doesn't change at all. Although Walker Kessler has been insane on the glass in 134 minutes. That's going to be Utah. Dallas probably doesn't matter other than two dudes here. So not a lot to really care about. Mavs. Q-tag on Maxi Kleber. Otherwise, everybody is available. Maxi missed on Sunday. Not ideal. Assuming he is in, we saw Justin Holiday's minutes get limited. Josh Green back up to like 28 minutes. $36 for Kyrie, 36 for Luka. I got 31 for Reggie Bullock. That needs to become 34. 28 for Hardaway seems fine. Dwight Powell for 19. Christian Wood for 19. I'm going to take Powell up 2 more minutes. There's not a lot to like here, folks. Not even close. So if you're playing anybody, you've got 3 options, sort of. You pay $12K for Luka, which I honestly don't mind at all. He will be my preferred pay-up option, at least it seems it. I also don't mind paying $9,300 for Kyrie, just because this is a really nice matchup against Utah. $3,700 Reggie Bullock is at a point where, like, you kind of got to get to a little bit. if he's just going to play these massive minutes. Silent Assassin with the super chat. What's up, Josh? Saw you like kombucha. Try a couple bottles of Synergy next time. Love their what was it, ginger or something? They've got a ginger one that I like. They got great flavors. Thanks for all the DFS info. Safe travels. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. But yeah, I've had the Synergy ones. They're pretty regularly available in the grocery stores and stuff. What's the one that I drink? Synergy Gingerade. Yeah. Gingerade would be my preferred from them. Ginger berry's not bad. Haven't messed with too many others. But the two gingers are the fine. Anyway, play Kyrie and play Luka. On the Utah side, JJ, yeah, there's history there. Last year's playoffs. For Utah, we're not really playing anything. With Markkanen back, Clarkson's okay. Walker Kessler's okay. No priorities. We're at the final game already. 7:20. We're moving through this pretty well. Memphis Grizzlies. Okay, so this late night hammer probably matters. What have they moved Tyus Jones's price to? That's the real question. Grizzlies are 2-point dogs in LA, 226 total. For Memphis, no Steven Adams, no Ja Morant, potentially no Jake LaRavia. Let's figure out this rotation. 29 minutes for Tillman, I'm okay with. Actually, probably needs to go to 30. And then, you know what? I'm going to scratch everybody that's not starting. I need to rebuild this one from the jump. So we're going to go 30 to Tillman. Maybe it needs to be 30. Nah, I guess it needs to be more now. We'll go 31 to Tillman. They didn't play another legit center. So did they stagger with Jackson? This would have been Sunday. Memphis, 6-point game. David Roddy started, by the way, so let's not forget that piece. He's 4,900. Yeah, he should still be chalk then. All right, so Tillman, when he checked out, they had Jackson on. Okay, so there was a slight stretch in the third quarter where they had a full bench mob going. Tyus Jones, Bane, Conchar, Aldama, Kennard. So I'm going to say that Aldama plays like 2 minutes at the 5. The rest of it is going to Jaren Jackson. We're going to get Jaren Jackson to 30. It's just so hard to want to go any higher than 30 for him. You know what? We'll go 31. And then we need to get David Roddy in for starting minutes. He played 25, didn't close. I wouldn't expect him to close. So I think like 24 for Roddy actually works. We need to get Aldama. Aldama only played 20 minutes. That's kind of wild. But we'll maintain that. Backup point guard. So when Tyus came out, I guess they were kind of using Luke Kennard. Luke Kennard is who checked in for him. So let's say that Kennard plays. He played 28, closed. Don't want to go that crazy. Let's go to 26. I need to get Dylan Brooks in for his, because he was suspended, so his 32. Oh, okay. So it's going to be Jones, Bane, Brooks, Jackson, Tillman. So Roddy isn't going to start here. Those minutes are going to have to come down. We'll take him down to 20, and that'll give me 15 for Zaire Williams, I'm guessing. 15 for Conchar. Yeah, 15 for Conchar. They really just don't like Zaire Williams, huh? S&P, it's insane, man. They are really hurting their team. All right, now we got to grab rates because it was different without Brooks. Now it's just Ja. So we're going to take Ja Morant off. And then we've got Brooks, Jackson, Bane. And I'm going to say that there's got to be at least 2 of those guys on. So now let's check out the rates here for Memphis, because Memphis could be pretty interesting against the Lakers. So Jaren Jackson's played the most minutes with Ja off and with, 2 of the 3 main guys on. Played 501 minutes in that time. Jackson's 28% usage rate. I'm not going to go that high, but it's still high. Bane is at a 27% usage rate. Dylan Brooks is at 24. He's going to look so different today. Tyus Jones is at 15.5. And then Tillman is at 15 as well. Brooks might be a legit problem. Oh, yeah, S&P, you're saying it too. Yeah, this might be an actual issue. Tyus Jones gets the usage or the assist bump. Does Bane? I'm guessing he does. Yeah, massive assist bump for Bane as well. Brooks probably gets one too. Yeah, he does. Jackson probably doesn't. Rebounding rates aren't going to change. All right, that's going to be Memphis. Now we look at the LA side. For the Lakers, what do we know for them today? Lake Show, Q tag on Russell. Okay, D'Angelo Russell coming back would be massive. So let's reproject this entire team. Because we got AD, no LeBron, no Mo Bamba. So I think we need to assume that Russell comes, it's a sprained ankle. I assume if he comes back, he's playing 30 minutes. It could be wrong. Who knows? Hard to say right now. We're going to get Malik Beasley out there for 30 minutes. We would get, I think, Troy Brown for 28. We would get Vanderbilt for 26. And then AD out there for 36, clearly. Actually, we'll go 35 on AD. No Mo Bamba means we need a different backup center. I'm going to say that it ends up being Wenyen Gabriel. We know that we need to go to Schroeder. Last time Russell played a legit game, Schroeder played 20 minutes. And those guys, I don't think, played alongside of each other. So we're going to go to 18 here on Schroeder. We're going to need to get 22 minutes to Austin Reeves. Rui's probably playing 16. We're running out of bodies here. I guess Lonnie Walker needs some playing time as well. Let's give Schroeder 4 more minutes. That's a 9-man rotation. I don't think Schroeder's going to play more. I'm going to say that Lonnie Walker gets... Man, he was kind of out of the rotation then. Am I missing someone? Oh, LeBron was still in. Yeah, so I'm going to say that Lonnie Walker gets 18. And that gives us 240. Don't have a great feel here. And Russell being back certainly matters a little bit. So let's say it looks something like that. It's really hard. I don't really have a great proxy for anybody here. Let me just take a look at rates. Let's take LeBron off. I guess I'm going to have to take Russ off too. And let's just see what we have here for the Lakers. Because in that scenario, it's going to get me to too much Schroeder usage. I need a better proxy for D'Angelo Russell. That's really the issue here. I think we could do something like that and feel okay. Schroeder can hang out at that 21 range. Malik Beasley can hang out in that 20.5 range. Guess I'm not changing anything else. So for the Lakers, yeah, it's AD season big time. When I said Luka's the best pay-up option, it's not true. It's AD. It's not close either. AD against Memphis, this is the best pay-up you're going to get. $10,800 AD. D'Angelo Russell for $6,300. If he's starting, looks great. Maybe not great. Looks good. And then I think Vanderbilt's okay. For Memphis, yeah, so it's Tyus Jones jam season. So Tyus Jones aggressively being played. AD, I think, being aggressively played. We might get like overwhelming value from the Knicks. We kind of know what we're seeing here. It's not just Jones, though. $4,200 Dillon Brooks is going to be very, very highly owned. Jackson, Tillman, and Bane are all like mild priorities. Memphis looks great. I think it's pretty cut and dry what the best plays are here today. Like, I don't really see anything. Like, we kind of pointed out everything that looked really awesome. So let's run some crunches and figure out where we stand. As we do that, we're going to go to FanDuel first. I still have all my crunches open from yesterday, so let's get off of those pages. FanDuel first, as per usual. And guys, hit that like button if you haven't done it already. Final ask. Now we'll look at FanDuel. FanDuel Optimals. $310.6. It's the optimal by 0.82. That's going to be Terry Rozier, D'Anthony Melton, D'Anthony Melton. I mean, I guess maybe. Dillon Brooks, Jordan Clarkson, Anthony Edwards, Franz Wagner, Jaren Jackson, Xavier Tillman, Mark Williams. That all looks pretty damn good to me. The Melton piece is weird, but I don't think that he's going to rank very highly. 4,600 works. Price tag works. I don't think he'll rank very highly in the power rankings, though. Speaking of power rankings, here we go. Well, folks, it's Dillon Brooks' season on FanDuel for today. Man, Melton's just climbing to the top, which I don't think is nuts. I mean, if he plays 27 minutes at 4,600, we're looking for 31 fantasy points. Could happen. Dillon Brooks, your number one contender on FanDuel for today. Jaren Jackson, not a close second. Melton, Tillman, Rozier, 3, 4, 5. Anthony Edwards, Franz Wagner, Tyrese Maxey, Cam Johnson, Malik Beasley round out the rest of the top 10. We know how different this is going to look. Q tags are on Kuzma, Harris, Boyan. We got a lot of stuff up in the air. Now let's look at DraftKings. For DK, not late swaptimizer. That's not going to help me at all. It's going to be AD in the optimal, that's for sure. The question is there another payout? No AD. Okay. Tyus Jones, Josh Hart, Dillon Brooks, Tari Eason, Mitchell Robinson. Oh, AD is there. Mitchell Robinson, Desmond Bane, Jaren Jackson, and then AD. So Jones, Brooks, Bane, Jackson in the optimal. 291.34. It's the optimal lineup by 0.02. Somehow you can swap out Josh Hart and who's the other one? Josh Hart and Jaren Jackson for Jalen Brunson and Jalen Green, I guess. But there we go. That is the optimal. Not surprised there. Now, we know who's going to be at the top of this list. The top 10 on DraftKings should be pretty obvious after that video, or after like this entire run through. And it's going to change dramatically as we get further along in the day. Tyus Jones is number one. It is not close. You're putting him into just about everything, same way that we did 2 nights ago. Even with the price increase, 4,900 is not even close. I mean, we're talking about, him needing like 33 fantasy points. He had 60. It's just a no-brainer. It's an absolute no-brainer. Tyus Jones is 1, Mitchell Robinson 2, Anthony Davis 3, Dylan Brooks 4, Tari Eason 5, Bagley, Irving, Cole Anthony, Boyan, and RJ Barrett rounded out. We know what we're doing here, though, folks. We know we need to wait on the Brunson news, Kuzma news, Knicks news, Sixers news, whatever's going on with the rest of the Pistons. We're going to have a never-ending supply of value today. So, folks, we're done here. Stephen Leibowitz, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I'll be heading home tonight, flying home. We'll be getting the childhood bedroom show tomorrow morning, so get ready for that. Prize Picks videos coming out for me shortly. Contenders videos, No House Advantage videos. They'll all be out this morning. Not too much else to talk about then. I'm not going to have any content later this afternoon. Again, I'll be getting to the airport at like 4:30. Flight wheels up at 6 o'clock. I land at 7:20 or something like that. So good luck to everybody tonight. We got a normal one tomorrow. I'm on the deeper dive as well tomorrow night and Thursday night. So get ready for that one. That's all I got. So thank you guys for being here. Make sure you're hitting the like button on the way out the door. There's still a monster under my bed at home. Ooh, there's no telling what's under my bed at home. Well, actually, my childhood bedroom got cleaned out when I went up in December after my mom passed. We cleaned out all sorts of stuff from that room. My mom had moved like her clothes and stuff in there, just like 20-year-old shirts and stuff. I found an old airbrushed shirt of Michael Jordan that I got when I was like probably 7 from like the Seaside Heights, New Jersey boardwalk. So there was that. My old wrestling singlet. I had 2 matches as a wrestler when I was in like 1st grade or 2nd grade. Somehow my mom still had that. So those are the sort of monsters that exist in my bedroom. That's it, folks. That's all I got. Story time is over. Good luck tonight, everybody. Enjoy yourselves. I'll talk to you tomorrow. This was The Process.